Hello. All right. I don't know why I think about these stupid things, but it occurred to me a few weeks ago that got this 500 series gear, these preamps, and you notice some of them have front end inputs, mic inputs on them. Some of them even have the combo jacks. But some of the better 500 series preamps, like these Cappy hiders, there is nary an input on the front. If you want access to these preamps, you have to get to the back and run them into a patch bay, which is, you can get a pass through and do it that way or whatever. But the fact is that sometimes when you have a home studio, you just need to go in to the front of the unit. By the way, I just want to mention that is my dog snoring. So when you hear that, that's Maggie. And I just happen to have this rack hooked up through ADAT, and that's how I'm running this. But sometimes I want to use these Cappy hiders as a preamp. And it just occurred to me, for not a whole lot of money, I believe I got this at Sweetwater. It's made by Cranborne Audio. This is the N22, and the magic of these is that you can do your little inputs, your mic in here. The great thing is that they run off Cat5 cabling. So, and I'm not talking about digital, I'm talking about it runs analog through the Cat5 cable, and you can run that thing up to your kitchen if you want to and back. There's no degradation of signal. It's a balanced signal, and because I have the Cranborne 500 ADAT, every two of these slots has what they call a CAST input. Each input holds 2 channels of audio. So I've got that CAST output running into the CAST input of these 2 preamps in the back. This is called the Cranborne Audio 500 ADAT. This one allows you to have your 500 series modules, and it has ADAT connectivity, but it has a whole lot more than that. It also has a summing mixer, and each input can be told to come from the CAST, which is what I've got here, or you can just say you want it to be analog, which is the analog inputs on the back, or you can say you want the input to be ADAT, which is really handy for me because I often run my stereo bus through these 2 Cappy hiders, and then this is connected right to this bus compressor here, and then it comes back into my DAW through ADAT. So it's a really cool box. It's got ADAT in and ADAT out, which is perhaps the most beneficial thing for me. But every once in a while, sometimes I just need to use it as a preamp and use the front input. Enter their little Cat5 Cranborne audio device. This one is simply just 2 inputs, 2 outputs, and the way that it communicates with the 500 ADAT rack is just through a Cat5 or Cat6 cable. That's it. Every pair of 500 series slots has a Cat5 CAST input. So I can just run this Cat5 cable in the back of here, and I always have access to these 2 preamps. The simple truth is that sometimes I just want to use these Cappies as front-end preamps and just kind of have this set up anywhere. I could run this Cat5 cable I don't even think they make them shorter than 30 feet. Just plug your mic into the unit. I've got this little K87. You can see that it's getting signal. Check 1, 2. The only thing that you should understand is that this little switch down here, it's kind of hard to see. The input is switchable down here, and you've got the right on ADAT. You can have it in the middle as analog, and you can switch it all the way to the left, and that would be the CAST input. So that's what I've got it selected to. So the problem that I had with not being able to access the front of the unit is not a problem anymore. And of course, now that I'm not videoing anymore, Maggie's not snoring. That's all we got for today.